everyone, and welcome to Talking Wrestling with Pondwater Dave. I am the Amy, First Lady of the Arn Anderson Fan Club, and recent um, tourist, I guess, of Waterloo, Iowa. So I knew exactly where I would be going in a couple months so I can go see my man get his Hall of Fame award. But enough about me. Let's talk about who we're really here to see. The man who took a bullet and is here with us today. And I'm not talking about our guest. I'm actually talking about the one and only, the person who counted Ric Flair's last match, Palmwater Dave.
What
How's it
a
going?
what an introduction. We just need to shut
Woohoo!
it down right there.
I, you
Look
know,
at
I
you
mean,
go, kid.
you are
Justin can take off any night.
exactly right. Give me a little practice. Let me get, give it a run. But
Well,
I,
I heard
I
you say that Waterloo, so we can expect to see you in Waterloo in July then.
you know what? It's 99%. I'm not gonna lie. My husband doesn't know yet.
Ah,
Um, I crafted that with my with my mom and dad and my sister. But my sister, her first grandchild is going to be born next month, and they live in Iowa. So I think we're going to make some trips up there in general, and I think I could drop her off, and I can just head on over to Waterloo. I think it's going to work out perfectly. It was divine intervention.
use those kids. That's what I say.
I mean, my mom, no, my dad said, I told my mom and dad about it, and he's like, "Well, you're going, right?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know, because I'm going. I have a trip coming up the week before, which I'm super excited about." He goes, "But it's Arn Anderson. You gotta go." So when your
Well,
dad says you gotta go.
that's right.
So
Listen to your father. And
exactly.
for everybody that doesn't have any idea what we're talking about, we're
Oh
talking about the
yes.
National Wrestling Hall of Fame at the Dan Grable Museum in Waterloo,
Woo.
Iowa. The Tragos Thez Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Uh, Tony Schiavone's going in for the Gordon Soley Award. Arn Anderson's going in. Don Fry. There's going to be some others. July 18th through the 20th. So
Yes. They have already have listed a long list. Mark Henry, Gerald Briscoe. Um, I'm trying to think of some other people like that are going to be there. Legend Stan Hansen that are going to be there and we'll be doing autograph signings. Conrad Thompson's going to be there.
uh,
Um,
there's going to be a seminar for
oh
wrestlers
yes,
and referees. Only 20 spots on that Saturday. Uh,
right.
Les Thatcher is one of the
Les
guys that's going to be heading it up, and
and Les Thatcher ran. What did he run? Heartland.
Heartland.
So you're going to be and he
You can't
wrestled
learn something from Les Thatcher. You can't learn anything.
exactly.
But
So I'm super
but
excited.
but speaking of super excited, let's introduce our guest and get this thing started. He's a member of Southern Royalty. He's been terrorizing the South for 10, 15 years. He's a member of the Blackwater Society. He's one half of the BIW Tag Team Champions. He's the Alabama Heavyweight Champion.
Oh,
Uh, please welcome to the show the Nightmare, known as Jeremiah.
Hoo, 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 hoo.
There you go.
What's going on
exactly.
with you?
Nightmare, thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh yeah, always, always. Glad to be here.
Yeah, you've been racking up the gold lately.
Is that
Trying
barbed
to, man,
wire?
trying to. Oh
Is that
yeah,
barbed wire? What do you have?
barbed wire's tasty.
Oh my
I floss
gosh.
with.
He flosses with it.
I knew this was going
Yeah.
to be a creepy episode. Flossing with barbed wire. I've
Well, I'm
never.
gonna be honest with you. I'm about half
Build
scared of him,
character.
but I got so much
Oh, come
respect
on
for
now,
him.
come on.
But I got so much respect for him.
You're scared
And
of them too, Pond Water? I think I've seen them when I went to Vicksburg.
you did.
Yeah, you
I
did.
thought I did. I thought I saw you when I was in Vicksburg,
You did. But
and
no,
I was scared there too. No.
I was looking, and before we get started and hearing about how you got started and everything, explain to us about what's going on with the Blackwater Society. I saw Jackson Slade was in there. Uh,
Yeah, he just joined today, so and I'm sure there's another group out there that probably does something similar that I'm unaware of, but this is my thought process. In wrestling, especially in indie wrestling, a lot of times, like on the coast, you might have a tag team. And then on the other side of the state, these two guys gotta, they don't know each other. They might have to wrestle each other. And you get what I'm saying? Uh,
Well, you're a member of Southern Royalty, and that's a faction.
yeah, that's a
But
faction.
but
But like
the
if I, but
Blackwater
like if I'm
Society
on
is a
another, but if I'm on
lifestyle.
a, but if I, yeah, but if I'm on another show with Camacho, we might not associate with each other. We might not know each other on other shows. We might have to work each other, wrestle each other, act like we don't know each other.
Right.
And my thought process with the Blackwater Society was, real world. If I have something you want, if you want this, you challenge me for it. We fight for it. We can be friends afterwards. We can be enemies afterwards. And my thought process is we are a group of people that are handpicked individuals, and we might fight each other, we might hate each other, we might love each other, we might be best friends, we may be sworn enemies. If I have a title, someone can challenge me for my title. If someone else has a title, I can challenge them for that title. And we just as a trying to think where to go with this.
Yeah, the way Wes Warren explained it to us when he was on is that it was more of a lifestyle that just
Yeah,
because y'all are both just because you could be with you could be he could be in the locker room with you and just because you're both Blackwater Society doesn't necessarily mean that y'all are together in the ring. Y'all
yeah,
could
we're
just as
not
easily be
we're not we're
across
not
the ring from
friends.
each
We're
other.
not friends. We can easily, yeah, like say like me and Draven Lee. We've never seen eye to eye. We fought each other several times all over a bar, but we have respect for each other at the end of the day. To where like me and Minotaur, we have been a tag team together. We have respect for each other. We've had our disagreements, but we still stand toe to toe, brother to brother.
Okay.
So,
Uh,
did you
Go ahead,
say
Amy.
that? I was just going to say, you said you have to be asked to be in this society. Is that correct?
It is
Or
handpicked by
invited?
me. Yes,
You have to be
yes,
invited by you.
it's been
What do,
invited.
what do you look for when you are thinking about, or what attributes does someone have to have for you to say that might be someone that I want to invite into the Blackwater Society?
Someone who is a, I don't know. Can I curse? I don't
Yeah.
know. Someone who is a badass. Who
No,
who
don't
does
say
who
ass
does
on here. No, just kidding.
okay, my thought. Someone who
Can you
does
curse
stand up
on
to a
on this
certain
now?
particular. Yeah, someone who is of a certain standard, who is a certain look, who does go to the gym, who does stand out from the rest of the locker room.
Yeah,
Someone who does make a statement when they're in the ring. Someone who is dominant.
Got it.
I think
Well,
Wes told us that too. Now that I remember, him talking
Yeah,
about the ring work, going to the gym, taking pride, I guess, in that way.
yeah.
Interesting. Do you have a limit? Are you um like how big could it be, I guess? Or do you just when you see people that you want to invite, you just invite. You don't really think about, well, we already have 50 people or we already have 10 people.
I hadn't got that far into it. My goal is to have it across, say, the entire U.S. right now.
Cool.
Ideally, if
Okay.
I could have somebody from each state to represent it. Right now, we have Mississippi. I know we have Arkansas, Alabama. I think Jackson Slade's in Florida. So slowly branching out. But I've had a lot of guys message me that want to be in it, and I don't have to necessarily know you, but I will watch your. I'm sorry, watch your videos, watch your matches, see what you can do. Make sure you are up to what I want you to be to represent what I'm creating. Because this is something I want to do for years, just didn't know how to start it. And then
well,
when I met Malik Ode, one of my tag partners now, with him, I got it going the way I needed to get it going.
well, I mean, you said that you didn't. I've never heard of anybody else doing this because
I'm not
this,
sure
like I
there was or
said,
not.
there's plenty of factions, but this is completely different than a faction, and I think it's pretty
Yeah, because like
exciting.
I said, at but like I said, like at BIW, we have Southern Royalty.
Right.
But Southern Royalty doesn't exist outside of BIW, where the Blackwater Society, it will exist
Right.
wherever. We might be teaming up at, say, a BIW show. And on the coast at, the GCW or AWA, we might be fighting each other, trying to kill each other. But at the end of the day, we still have that respect for each other. We are still a brotherhood.
And since you're being since it's a very exclusive club, I would think that having that moniker or being that with that brand affiliation, that could be added value to a promoter. I mean,
That's my goal.
because the reputation grows.
Yeah, I've already had one promoter contact me about doing that company versus Blackwater Society,
Interesting.
and if we can get that going, I'm all for it.
Sounds great. Uh, Now you haven't always been the nightmare known as Jeremiah. I saw
No,
that.
personally not.
I saw that you at one point were Big Red, and then there was Jeremy Awesome. What was the first incarnation when you got started?
All right, so in 2005, Big Red was just a high school name I got. In 2005, that's when I had my first wrestling match. That's when I got started.
Where
My
was that at?
original name was uh, Mississippi Combat Alliance.
Okay.
It was ran by Zeke the Sneak Rivers,
Mhm.
which he used to do some stuff in Memphis. And JD McKay, actually, I talked with him one day and he knew who Zeke was. And I was shocked because, long story short, I thought he was a con artist, but it worked out. But my original name was Enigma Rage.
Enigma
Ooh,
Rage.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah, Confused Anger. That's what it was. I wrestled as that for a couple of years. I had a tag partner. His name was Jason Vane, and a lot of people thought we looked alike. We're about the same height, same build, both had shaved heads. I had a small red goatee. He had a small black goatee. We did a tag thing, and I remember this was probably around 2008. We're doing a show. It was for MCA, and John Saxon, Adrian Whisper, and Steve Anthony were there. And they got together and were like, "Explain your characters to us. Tell us what y'all are." And man, we didn't know tell them. We were just I was Enigma Rage, which Enigma's confusion, Rage is anger. So I don't know. You figure it out. Jason Vane was Jason Vane, and we had nothing. And they were like, What do y'all like? What do y'all like to do? What do y'all like to watch? Give us some ideas." And sometimes when I put on the spot, I draw a blank, and we were both like, we like to watch Tim and Eric's awesome TV show. And from there, I just remember the look that John Saxon gave us, like he couldn't believe we were telling him this. He said, "All right." He's all right,
I
whatever.
can see that.
Yeah, yeah. When he's asking you what you want to do, and you're like, "I like Tim and Eric's awesome TV show." So from right there, he said, "All right, going forward, drop these characters. You're going to be Justin and Jeremy of the Awesome Tag Team," and that's what we were. Fast forward 9 months, Justin gets injured, torn ACL or something. He's out for a while. And I think at the time I was wrestling for BIW, and I was being introduced as Jeremy of Justin and Jeremy's Awesome Tag Team. And as time went on, me and my tag partner grew apart. We got our differences, and but I've still been advertised as Jeremy of the Awesome Tag Team. And over time, I just dropped of the team and just adopted Awesome as my last name. And I wrestled
Did
as
you have a
Jeremy
valet at
Awesome.
that period?
Yes, it was. She wrestled as Jenna Awesome,
Oh,
and then she'd go on to wrestle as the Crazy Alice, and then eventually she would be Jenna Monroe. And for those who don't know, she became my wife.
oh,
Okay. Oh wow.
well,
Yeah,
awesome.
I'd seen the pictures I've seen the pictures, but I didn't realize that she went on to become your wife. That is so cool.
yeah, yeah. She actually decided to quit managing once we, decided to have kids.
So the
Oh.
nightmare has children?
Yes, two demons. Yes.
Oh,
Well, I guess I met you at Pro Wrestling Ego, and
Yes.
that may be coming up on 9 years now. I
Yeah, I've
want to
been
say,
doing the nightmare thing for about, I don't know, maybe 10 years.
yeah, I would say that I think I hooked up with Ego in 15,
Yeah.
maybe late 14, early 15. But and when I first encountered the nightmare, I mean, he came out. The nightmare was making kids. I mean, would make kids cry. I mean, they and over the years, the the nightmare, the kids got to where they really liked the nightmare.
Yeah, it's changed within
It,
recent years.
but
And
here
why is that,
recently,
Pond Water? What do you think? I mean, why do you think kids started crying at first and now they're liking them? What was
well, I think that I've always thought that. I mean, it's kind of like with the Road Warriors. There came a time when everybody got they just quit booing the Road. They were so awesome.
Hmm.
They quit
right?
booing them, and it didn't matter what they did.
Doing cool moves
Yeah.
or just they're just
And
yeah.
and and I said something at one point. I said, eh, you're just the nightmare is so close to just being a baby face now because I mean the kids are making you that way. And so
Mhm.
you know what he
Yeah.
did? They went out and they carved up Bam Bam Malone in Arkansas and said, "Hold my beer, we'll fix
Yes,
that."
indeed.
Well,
I'm kind
Yep.
of excited to get back to Arkansas to see what the reaction is towards y'all this
Oh, yeah, I'm
weekend.
ready. Oh, yes.
why did you do that to Bam Bam?
It was first blood match.
I mean, his
I
first
didn't
blood
know. That's
match,
why I'm asking.
he was messing with Camacho, just had to get him straight.
Is Camacho Angel? Is he in the Blackwater Society?
No, he is not.
Okay, so it wasn't that. It was just he was messing with
No,
because he
me and
lost
him
with
are in
him.
a, yeah, me and him are in Southern Royalty together.
Okay, okay.
So, Southern
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Royalty and Bayou Independent Wrestling consists of Angel Camacho, the former Southern Heavyweight Champion,
Yes.
King Rob Love, who's been sidelined with an injury. He'll be back. He'll be back really soon.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And then Jeremiah and Alex Arsenal,
Yes.
Yes.
and they're who are the current BIW Tag Team Champions. And I'll put that up. There they are, right there.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
How long have you been tagging with Alex? Those are nice
Oh
pictures
man,
too, just so
I'm
you
bad with dates, but whenever he came to BIW, we were in a tag team. Now I think that's the first time I met him.
Oh, okay.
So within the past year, I guess that's
Yeah,
been it.
I think it was last
Man, I'm bad with
right after
dates.
Cassidy retired, so probably April or May.
Well, Cass and them had the belts, and we
Yeah,
got the
y'all
belts
took
from
the
them.
yeah.
Yeah, we
So
took the belts from
Cassidy,
them.
so that's be a year in February
Was
Sounds
worked
about
out
because
right.
well,
Cassidy
right?
retired in March.
Yeah, we took the belts from him. Then he had that one last match.
Yes, so that would have been in March.
Well, it worked out well. If
I
you're
mean in
the
April. Yeah, I mean
BIW
February.
tag team
Yeah.
champions, then you all must have some good chemistry in the ring.
Oh
That's
yeah.
good.
Well, and back
Yeah.
to what happened in Arkansas
Oh
is
yes,
Angel was defending the title against Bam Bam Malone's first blood match,
I gotcha.
and I don't know what happened after
Were
Angel
you
knocked
the
me out.
ref? Were you the
Yes,
ref? Uh,
yeah, Angel
well,
knocked
He
you
was
me out.
don't
caught.
know what
Yeah.
happened.
He was
Angel
caught
knocked me
sleeping.
out. I was asleep.
He was sleeping.
Nightmare picked me up and turned me and showed me Bam Bam, who was bleeding like a stuck pig.
You
And I
picked him up
saw
by
him
Puddle of
like his
blood.
shirt and his
like, yeah, he
pants.
picked my pants and my shirt and picked me up and turned me.
Is there a
And
picture of
then
this?
I called for the bell and he dropped me.
Might be some of his blood still on here. I don't know.
Man,
Oh,
but it was a it was a hairy moment. I mean, like there's a regular fan and that she got a really professional first aid kit. She said, because if anything like that ever happens again in Arkansas, she'll be ready.
Yeah.
But
I think he had to be super glued together.
yes, and I mean he's okay now. I mean he came back the next month and won the championship.
yeah. Okay, so this
Hmm.
wasn't the champion because I knew he was the champion. So
Now,
this was
yeah, Bam
prior
Bam's
to.
champion now.
So y'all didn't do enough damage, Nightmare. He came back and beat him.
We get him this weekend there.
You gotta work on that. I want to ask you this because I do see you are the Nightmare, but you're also the Blackwater Butcher. How did you get that name? Oh Lord, Vladimir. How did you get the Blackwater Butcher name?
Okay, so there's a town in northeast. Yes, Ray Fury does suck. Delete the
Oh,
yeet. Nah, I can't do it. Can't do. Nope. There's a town in northeast Mississippi called Blackwater, Mississippi.
okay.
I driving through there one day. It's a small little town. If you blink, you miss it. But I saw that and something that's just stuck out. Something I like something about it. It's middle of nowhere. No one knows about it. It's isolated. I like
Hmm.
that, and so I just adopted that as my hometown.
Were you always the butcher?
Well, currently I am the Blackwater mercenary.
Okay, so
I
if
mean,
Since,
it,
since,
okay, well, yeah, you
yeah,
just
since
beat
the
the crap
Blackwater
out of.
Society has kicked up, I've left the butcher moniker behind and became the mercenary. We're going out like with Ray Fury, destroying whoever steps in front of me and trying to recruit who I need to recruit.
I know you used to
There
carry
might
a
be another
machete.
butcher.
I know you carried an axe to the ring. Did you used to carry a machete?
I've carried a machete a few times. Last time I carried the machete was at Elite Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
It was me versus one of the Pillars of Destiny, and we had a square off. He had his axe, and I had my machete.
Yeah. When Nightmare comes out, he's got a chain around him, and he carries an axe, and he taps that axe on the corner the corner post, so you
You
know
know
that
it's real.
it's a real axe.
That's
Oh
it.
God,
I
I
can
can't
I can
imagine.
testify to you that it's a real chain because he swung a chain and got me in the face.
Well, Dave, and
That's a
he
pit war.
losses with barbed wire. We've already seen that, and that's real too.
License
So
Baba, yes.
I kind of get out of his way when he comes in.
I don't blame you. That's super dangerous, right? To bring a machete. I mean, that's dangerous to bring
I
a
mean, if you want to
machete.
get in the ring with me, though,
Oh
they choose to get in
man,
the ring with me.
I mean,
I
people
don't know.
really gotta they gotta know what all they're up against with you. That's kind of scary stuff.
Yeah, but
Vladimir
going back to Bam
Koloff,
Bam Bleeding, going back to
Yeah.
Bam Bam Bleeding, like I said, blood makes the grass grow. Kill, kill.
Vladimir Koloff's got him wound up in the chat because he
That's
said
it.
Ray Fury sucks and Willie Buck's not having it.
Yes. Well, Willie Buck might suck too then.
Oh,
I
What do
can't
you
be
have
friends with you
against
if you
Ray
like Ray Fury.
Fury? What do you have
everybody
Man,
against
hates
Ray
Ray
Fury?
Fury.
hey, man, look, he stole the yeet from the Usos. And, whenever I was Jeremy Awesome, I used to occasionally do the frog bone. I feel like he stole that from Jeremy Awesome also. And I feel like he stole the cutter from Orton. And I don't like people. I don't like thieves. Thieves suck.
Don't like
Ray
thieves.
Fury sucks. Mm.
I gotta respectfully disagree with
Oh
you. I
man,
don't think.
Oh,
I
man.
think. Hold on. You know what? I see.
I'd rather
My
not.
technology. You see my sister and my there he is. There's me, my niece,
I'm so
and
glad.
Ray Fury.
I'm so glad the top of his head was cut off.
I, I was afraid. I know. I don't know
So
what
glad.
happened
So
there.
glad.
Oh
Destiny, that's what happened
I
there.
noticed it too, but I wasn't going to say
yes,
anything.
I know that. That's the reason why I know
I'm
that.
so glad his head was cut off. Because his head's cut off, you can keep that picture.
Oh, that's terrible. But
So
what do I expect from the nightmare, right? I don't expect warm words. Do
I've
you have
actually,
uh have you ever had a match with Ray? Like
Yeah, several.
a singles match, or has it ever been tag matched?
We've had several matches,
Okay.
singles matches. We've had a few tags.
Okay.
The last tag match we've had, I beat him. The last singles match we had, I beat him.
Did you bring out that machete?
Didn't need to. He sucked.
Oh, okay.
and you're the current AWA heavyweight champion, correct?
I'm the AWA Alabama champion.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have
AWA
an
stands for
overall.
Alabama.
Well, I think AWA is just the initials. I don't think it actually stands for Alabama no more.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Alabama Wrestling.
I think it used to be. I may be incorrect, but they have an AWA heavyweight title, AWA Mississippi title, and an AWA Alabama title.
Okay. Who'd
So
you
would
beat for
you?
that one?
Yeah.
War King.
Okay.
I'm
How
not
long
sure
have
if you
you been?
know him. He's what's that?
I was going to say, how long have you held the title?
I believe probably 6, 7, 8 months.
So you are
Had
a heavyweight champion. I mean, the Alabama heavyweight champion, and a tag team champion. Are you? Do you have
yeah.
any other belts?
Not at the moment.
Well, I mean, that's enough. You know,
He's
Nah, more than
busy. The
better.
man the man's all over the place every weekend.
I can imagine.
Now
Well, and
the
that's good.
yeah
You
now
can.
the Alabama title I defended at other companies as well. I traveled with that belt and I defended it wherever I can defend it at.
He
Oh, that's
defended it
pretty
against
cool.
Geo not too long ago.
Yeah,
You don't like Geo? Do you like Geo?
he's better than Ray.
He's better than right. Poor
Uh,
thing.
do what you want with that.
There you go.
I like
What
them both.
Yeah,
tell
Gio's
me
right.
what is the most violent match you've ever been involved in?
Most violent match I've ever been in. I had one about a month ago, I guess, against Ashton Blake. It was a coffin match
Oh,
at DGCW, which is on the Gulf Coast. Now that was pretty intense. We, went all over the bar. I jammed a fork in his forehead. There was blood everywhere. Um, man, that might be one of them. I had a match with a guy named Max Glory, and it was a 2 out of 3 falls match. Spoiler: I won 2 matches back. I had 2 pinfalls back to back. So we never did a third one. I put him in a body bag, and he was never seen again after that match.
I was going to ask you if that was. I remembered. I remembered that. Yeah, that's the night we killed a man. Pro wrestling ego.
Yeah, and full circle. Who was Max Glory's tag partner?
Ray Fury.
Ray Fury sucks. He didn't save him.
Paul, what kind of guests are you bringing on this show, Dave? I mean, you're killing people. He brings machetes to the. I mean, who are you hanging
This ain't
out with,
died.
Dave, on the weekends?
Hey, if he dies, he dies.
Oh,
That's it. Famous words.
I, I'm gonna tell you, I've actually put my boots and trunks on twice. Well, actually 3 times, but I've been in 2 rumbles.
Lord. Uh-huh.
Basically, like the Royal Rumble, we called it the Mississippi Rumble. So I go to the ring, and who do you think is standing right in the middle of the ring? And there's bodies laying everywhere. When I get in the ring,
Every time.
the Nightmare of Jeremiah.
That's it.
So I
Every
look
time.
at him. And I'm like, oh man. So he points at the ropes, and I run and I hit the ropes and I go and I'm gonna try to do a shoulder tackle. And all I do is bounce off of him and I'm down. So I
Could,
get up and another head of steam and I do it again, shoulder tackle. But I mean, he didn't even budge. It's just like I ran into a wall and fell down.
Mm-hmm.
And then he proceeded to pitch me over the top rope and I was out.
so you didn't
That's
want to
it.
toy with him. That's awful nice of you, though, Nightmare. Like you could have really
You know,
just messed with him
I think he's laughing the first time.
the first
I
time
think
you
he was
did a
laughing the
shoulder
first time.
tackle.
It happened again the second time.
yep.
And when I
But
got in
They
the
ready.
ring, and looked at him and I'm like, oh,
he was very nice to you, Pondwater. He could have like toyed with you like a cat and mouse. Like he could have really messed you up in the ring.
well, I had a mask on and I think what saved me is I don't think he knew it was me.
Did you
I saw
Because
the
notice,
name Super
Pondwater?
Dave. Should have gave it
I've
away.
seen him he beat the compound crap out of Ref Obama.
Oh, poor ref.
You know, when I used to train people, I'd probably train close to 40 people. Only 2 have stuck around. That is Wes Warren and referee Obama.
Oh, awesome. And you beat the crap out of Ref Obama?
He
Didn't
wanted to
matter.
have he wanted to have one match.
Uh huh.
See if he could do it. See if he could handle it. So he gave it all. He gave it his all.
That will happen with the referee, and then we find out why we're referees.
Yeah. He tried to get a second match. They tried to get him to have a second match. He wasn't doing it.
Wasn't doing it. Well, let me ask you this question, Jeremiah, because you talked about when you got started in wrestling, but what brought you to the ring? I guess to sense like, what did you have favorites? Were you going on the weekends to watch shows? Did you want to be a wrestler, or did you just kind of happen upon it?
Okay, so I had no idea what indie wrestling was.
Hmm.
Never even heard of it. I thought you just decided, hey, I'm going to WWF to be a wrestler. I thought that's how it worked. Excuse me. In 2004, I worked as an ice vendor for Ice Company, and I saw a flyer for, I think it was Wrestling on the Bluff. It was NWO Sting, Bagwell, D'Lo Brown. Boss Man was supposed to be there, but he had just recently passed away. The Steiners, Lex Luger, bunch of big names. And since we're ice vendors, we supplied the ice. We got it for free. And I was watching these guys, and it wasn't quite what they used to be on TV. But I was like, okay. I see what's going on. It piqued my interest, but I left it at that. Come back to 2005, I saw another advertisement for a show. Didn't recognize no one on there. All indie guys. Unless you're on WCW or WWF or ECW, I have no idea who you were.
Hmm.
Went to the show. I was watching these guys work, and I legit thought to myself, I'm better than some of them. And after the show was over, I just kind of stuck around, started asking questions. I met the promoter, which was again Zeke Speak Rivers, and got involved with it. But I never wanted to do it full time because when I started training to wrestle in 2005, this was my schedule. I went to college full time. I worked 4 days a week at a bar. Uh, Tuesday and Thursdays, I did Okinawa Kempo. Every morning when I woke up before class, I would run and go to the gym. And I went to the gym during lunch to do powerlifting. And on those days, I do Okinawa Kempo. Afterwards, we would do MMA training because I was also over Team Knockout, which is the MMA group based out of Natchez, Mississippi. So when I first started wrestling, this is what my schedule was. I would train for an MMA fight. Train for 4 or 5, 6 weeks, go have a fight. So as the fight was over, I'll start training for a powerlifting competition that might be held in, Northeast Mississippi or something, under the APA WPA, which is American Powerlifting Association and World Powerlifting Association. I broke, I think, 15 or 17 records. Some of them still stand. After I do that, I kick in gear with Okinawa Kempo, go to the coast and do a point fighting competition under MKA, which is the Mississippi Karate Association. And then in my spare time between all of that, I would try to wrestle.
Hmm. So, are you doing any of those other things right now, or are you strictly wrestling?
All right, so I quit doing Okinawa Kempo because the instructor that taught us, his hips got bad. He could no longer teach it. His two sons and another gentleman were black belts, and they had no interest in training.
Hmm.
So that went away. I love powerlifting, but it tore my body up. I
Hmm.
just couldn't handle that no more. That went away. MMA. I did it on the amateur level. 5 wins, 2 losses. Amateur. Thing about MMA was we trained in the back of a church.
Hmm.
We did good for what we did, but once we started competing against people who trained at actual facilities,
Sure.
there was a difference that we couldn't compete with. So that went away, and somehow wrestling picked up and it took over. Now, fast forward, going back up to 2019, I got involved again with Taekwondo, Judo, and Hapkido under Musul Kwan. And I am currently doing that. And I help teach class with those also.
Good deal. Did you do those kind of things in high school, like powerlifting or football? Did you do were you athletic like that in high school
Yeah,
and
I
you just
did.
kind of continued?
Yeah, in high school, I did football, powerlifting. When I was a little bit younger, I did baseball. I dabbled in tennis. We won't go there. Um,
Can we get pictures of that? I can't imagine Nightmare with
nah,
his
never. No,
machete in
I
one
tried
hand.
out for it. I tried out for it. It didn't work out. Didn't work
Oh,
out.
well, that's funny.
Toward the end of my senior year, I could have played for junior college in football, but my father was having health issues,
Mhm.
and so I found it best to go somewhere else, to go somewhere local for college. Which
True.
again, it worked out because that's how I found out about indie wrestling.
Exactly. And met your
So
wife and
it
had your
worked out.
demons.
Yes, that's
Do your
it.
demons do those? Do they do karate, whatever?
Yeah, the reason I got
I know
involved
they have
back
yeah,
in Taekwondo is
taekwondo.
my son wanted to start doing it,
Awesome.
and once he started doing it, I got involved with it so I could teach him better. And then my daughter got involved with it, and yeah, she's currently a orange belt. He's a green belt. I'm a brown belt.
Awesome. I hear that a lot. I mean, like you said, I love when I see families, that are participating in things like that, karate,
Yeah,
taekwondo, things like that, because you can tell, you can see the passion that comes out. My husband and son, or my son plays football, and my husband played football, and so
yeah,
there's nothing more that I think Sean likes to do than is to talk to football about with Aaron. I don't think Aaron always wants to do that, but that's like Sean, one of Sean's favorite, things to do.
yeah.
So I'm sure, even though you're a nightmare and a butcher, a mercenary, I'm sure when your son and daughter start talking about things, I'm sure that you put your barbed wire down and you probably smile. I bet. I bet.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Well, dang, I waited for Amy to finish, and
Sorry.
you knocked me, you knocked my wheels off.
Well, I got more questions if you need to keep thinking.
Go ahead.
What's next for Nightmare? What's the Southern Royalty Society? I mean, you all have the tag belts, but you don't have the heavyweight belt, right? I mean, is there a plan to get that belt back?
Camacho has a rematch. I'm not sure when, but he has one that will be coming up.
And are you all going to be there to support, or,
Yes,
aka
and
interfere? No, whatever it takes.
and also coming up in Brookhaven for BIW, I'm wrestling Ray Fury for his title
Oh, really?
as well.
Really? Let's see. Yes. Everybody wants payback. I like that. Now, where is this match at? It's in Arkansas. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, this will be in Fountain Hill, Arkansas this
That's
Saturday.
next week. Oh, this Saturday.
This
Yes,
Saturday.
yeah.
So you are fighting Ray Fury this Saturday? Is that what you said?
No, this Saturday I am wrestling. It's me and Camacho versus Bam Bam and Chase Stevens.
Okay. Okay. Well,
There's
yeah,
another
Chase
show
Ray
Stevens.
coming up
deserves.
in Brookhaven where I'm wrestling Ray Fury.
I got you. I got you.
I
They
don't know
do
if you know
deserve
this,
some
Amy, but
recognition.
Chase Stevens was one half of the Hot Shots with Cassidy Riley.
No, you know what? No, I don't think I did know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chase Stevens has been around for a
Interesting.
long time.
Yes. And we had Cassidy on here not too long ago, right?
Hmm.
Right.
To talk about the Iron Claw movie, which was interesting.
And he talked about Chase. Chase was his
Yes.
last match.
Yes. Yes, he did. Have you seen that movie yet, Jeremiah, The Iron Claw?
Yes, yes,
What'd
I've
you
seen
think
it.
of it?
I enjoyed it. I felt like there's a few things that were kind of glossed over quickly, but again, you're trying to cram a whole family and everything that happened to them within 2 hours. So
Right.
Right. Right.
you know,
My daughter, this is weird, but my daughter, she's 22, and I talked to her this morning, and she said, "Mom, I heard on the radio that High School Musical came out 18 years ago, and I think in 2005." And is that right? Is that be 18, 19 years ago? 2006. Sorry, math. I'm not a math major. Um, so she's like, that was 18 years ago. So I'm sitting there thinking, I mean, I can't. I keep thinking Zach Efron's like 25. Like I just, like, but he's almost 40. Like that's
Wow.
crazy to think. He's like 38 years old. Isn't that crazy? Like I mean, and I know I watched him in the Iron Claw, which he did a superb job in, I think.
Oh yeah.
But to think that he's almost, he's like 38 years old. Like I said, I think he's 25 all the time. But
Jeremiah, I watched. Did you watch it like I did, where you were trying to pick out the people that we knew that were extras?
I wasn't actively doing it, but I did. Yeah, I saw several. Yeah.
I'm hoping that there's going to be a director's cut.
that'd be
I
cool.
think because I know that I mean, like the scene that we saw MJF and we knew MJF played Lance Von Erich, but there was no way of knowing in that movie that that was Lance Von Erich.
Hmm.
Yeah, but if you're just
Not,
a casual movie go when you watch it, you have no idea.
I mean, we knew that was what it, and I mean, the thing was is that Kevin was trying to get the tag and he wouldn't tag him. So there's a
Hmm.
story there that they told, and that's
Yeah.
I noticed it, but so I'm hoping that they'll put a lot of stuff back in for the director's cut.
That'd be pretty cool. Do you think of your question yet, Palm Water?
No, we were going somewhere.
Oh, well, do we want to try to get back on it?
You mentioned the MMA, though.
Yeah.
Um, you said that y'all were training in the back of a church.
So the church I went to, the guy who taught karate, Okinawa Kempo, went to that church. So
Hmm.
he was allowed to teach in the back of the church.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, I know we used to
one
wrestle in the
day,
back of a church.
now we didn't wrestle in the back of the church, but one day we were going to a restaurant and we saw a flyer up for Slugfest, which is the MMA thing, and we called the number on it. The promoter answered like, "Yeah, this how much tickets are." I'm like, no, we don't want tickets. We want to fight in this. He started asking us questions like, "Yeah, man, we're local. We do this, we do that," and we got together. Well, he said we could fight in it.
Hmm.
We got our blood work together, did this, got our license. Within 2 weeks, we got together, decided to name our group TKO Team Knockout, and that on that night, me and my two partners, all three of us won our fights.
Wow.
Good deal.
It's a.
And that's when I found out there's shady stuff that goes on in MMA also.
Mm.
I
It's
guess
like the
it's a.
guy I fought. Well, yeah, like the guy I fought, they told me he had no experience in MMA, and that we were about the same weight. I was probably 280 back then, which I'm 285, 290 now. So yeah, when I met the guy, because you meet him in weigh-ins, this dude outweighed me by probably I would say 60 pounds.
Oh.
I got him on the ground and ground and pound full mount. Within probably 90 seconds, I beat him. After the fight was over, me and him were just talking, just shooting it, talking, hey, blah blah blah. So yeah, man, they told me you had no experience. I'm like, man, I mean, I have no MMA experience, but I've been training and doing this for 2 years now. And then he told me he was a tough man boxer. So the promoter, I don't know if you consider it lying or not because he had no MMA experience, but he still had
Right.
fighting experience. And
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of stuff like this happen.
Kind of trying to set you up to fail.
Yeah,
And now I remember because when he mentioned that he weighed 280, that's where I was going. You over the last couple of years, you've really undergone a transformation with your body, your conditioning. You've lost a lot of weight, but it hasn't been one of those weight losses that you're not what you used to be. You're new and improved. You're actually faster. You're still a presence in the ring. You're still physically intimidating. So tell us about what brought on the decision, because I mean, what did you lose? Like 80, 90 pounds?
well, okay, it goes two ways here. So I was around 340 at one point,
Hmm.
and probably I guess 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I know it's all fuzzy. I was considering stepping away from the ring I was
Mhm.
just having real bad hip problems, knee problems, and a lot of issues. And I'd go out there have a match, and then just be in pain. I'm hobbling, and so I decided to just start losing weight. And I actually went from 340 to about 250.
Oh my. What? How long of
And
a time
on
period?
8 months,
Oh my, that's a lot
it,
of weight
it
to
was
lose
it was
in 8
fast.
months.
But now the downside of that, once I got around 250, even though I felt better, I didn't feel like I had a presence no more.
Right. Right.
And I know Pondwater, I know you know Minotaur. He,
Yes.
talking to him, he said the same thing when he went from his biggest to I think he weighs like 190 now probably. But when he was still wrestling, he lost all that weight. He said the same thing. He wrestled somebody, they did to go behind, picked him up, and that's the first time anybody's ever done that to him.
Right. Because how
And
tall are you, Jeremiah? I'm sorry.
6'2".
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're a big guy.
So I decided to bump my weight back up to about 280. I like 280, and I can still go out there and do the things I do. That at least on the indie scenes where we're at currently, a lot of guys my size, you don't necessarily see them doing.
Mhm.
He does a lot of high impact. A lot of high impact. Uh, you're right. And the guys his size just don't normally do that. And
Well, you mentioned
Yeah.
earlier you were frog splashing. You accused Ray of stealing that from you. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if
he's
that's
yeah.
necessarily true, but you
I got
did
YouTube
mention
videos. I got
YouTube.
YouTube videos older than Ray's career.
I don't think you could steal a frog splash though. I mean, that's a universal move.
He
is it?
stole it. So we got I see a question popped up. He's curious about
Yeah.
the murder that Nightmare committed in Jackson, Mississippi.
Am I
So
going to be
again,
put
Ray
on witness
Fury.
stand somewhere? Like, I really don't want.
Robert Wadsworth is probably an accessory to that.
Oh,
I was
great.
told that he was contacted about a picture of Max Lori's body beside a dumpster. That he was contacted by authorities allegedly.
Oh, Lord.
It was. You think we're messing with you? This was.
I don't doubt it. That I'm sitting here thinking I'm going to be on a witness stand. I'm going
It
to
was
be in jail
uncomfortable.
somehow, and I don't even know what the hell you're
It
talking
was
about.
uncomfortable.
What's even there? I wasn't even there.
Oh,
Someone else does that. Sorry.
and it was no
Yeah, I'm
DQ
very
Yes,
zone.
indeed.
uncomfortable about the
And
murder that Nightmare committed that I'm talking to right now.
There's a picture on my page of me holding up Max Lori's mask, covered in blood, dripping.
Oh, gosh. That,
and, you, and then the band started playing and the party started on the dance floor.
Yep.
We were on the dance floor as we were taking the ring out of the back door.
Yes, indeed.
uh,
Oh,
Yep,
it was a bar called the Hideaway,
uh-huh.
and
that's it. A great
The
place.
hideaway. I mean, what a perfect place to take someone and bury their
well,
body, I guess.
it's actually the reason it's Hideaway is there's a Planet Fitness and a restaurant, and there's a little hallway, a little thing between the buildings, and you walk back
It's
there,
tucked away. Yeah.
and it's behind it,
Uh-huh.
hidden away. I think it used to be a movie theater.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, maybe,
It
maybe, maybe.
might have been a movie theater, but anyway, it was a neat little venue.
Well, I mean, yeah, y'all killed somebody there. You know what? I listened to Southern Fried Crime. Maybe I'll submit this as a possible show for them
Yes, indeed.
because there is a murder that was committed in Jackson,
It might be
Mississippi.
on YouTube.
The murder? Great.
The match, yes, the match we had, yes, is on YouTube.
Has anybody heard from him? No one's heard from him? Is that what you said? No one's heard from this person
Max
anymore.
Glory has
Max
never
Glory,
wrestled
no,
again.
no, he's never wrestled again.
Mm.
And Ray Fury could care less. Ray Fury sucks. Delete the yeet.
I mean, I love Fury, but I mean, you think you like have an armband or something?
Well,
Something.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, I want to say stuff, but I'm also staring at curious about the murder that Nightmare committed in Jackson. So I'm just kind of like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
This is not the hill to
I got
die
to be in
on.
the ring
So
with
I'm,
him Saturday night, so I'd appreciate it if you don't poke
yeah,
Yes,
the
yeah,
bear
indeed.
that's cool. Like I said, no need to poke the piranha.
because
Just
he's liable to start swinging that chain. You remember that crap that Amy said?
She's not here. So guess what? So if I may,
You get it.
what
Thank you, Allison. Thank your dad. Welcome,
yay!
welcome.
Good
Thank you.
deal. Yes, yes, yes.
We love that. We love that. So what does 2024 look like for uh the nightmare known as Jeremiah? What do you
Right
want to
now,
do? What's your plans?
man. So like I said, I was almost retired, or was a step away prior to losing weight. Once I lost the weight, I feel like I have. I know I'm on borrowed time
Mhm.
because my hip issues they're not going away.
Right.
I've lost the weight, and I'm just buying more time. So, man, I'm just trying to go out there and just be me. Go
Uh-huh.
out there, have fun, do what I need to do. Because I'm not the best wrestler. I know this, but my goal at any show is to, at the end of the night, I want to be what the people remember,
Mhm.
and somehow, whether it's he did a moonsault off the top rope, or he did this, or this brawl outside the ring. I want to be what you remember.
Would you do a
Whether
moonsault? You do moonsaults?
I do moonsaults, I do corkscrews. Yeah, I
Really?
used to do
Okay.
frog splashes before they got stolen from me.
Oh my God, get off that.
He's. I'm gonna say. I would tell you, my nephews were in town,
Mhm.
and my grandson was in town, and we had. It was in. I remember it was in Brookhaven, and they still mention Jeremiah, and that's been 7 or 8 years now since they've been here, and they still
See, that's
remember
the goal right
because
there.
he scared the crap out of them.
Well, yeah, banging a
And I
machete
mean,
and chains.
What match was that? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
Were
Okay,
you at it, like watching it, or were you refing it
I was
on
refing
water?
it. I was in
You
the
were.
ring,
Okay, I didn't know
and
if
he
you.
walked by him, and when he yelled at him, it scared the crap out
that's
of him.
it.
I
I
mean,
could
it
see why.
was, and it's the way it's always. And yeah, Robert's pointing out that the corkscrew Vader bomb is amazing.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
I mean, he and a lot of these things we're referencing, he did well over 300 pounds.
yeah.
So, uh, you know, looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to seeing what. I mean, I got to keep an eye on him.
Well,
He,
yeah,
the rules are just a thing on paper.
right. But do know, Jeremiah, Dave has taken a bullet to the head, so your machete may not be really what takes.
It
I
may
mean,
not. It may not. I hear you. I
unless
hear you.
you're gonna have. I mean, and a chain. I know you got a chain, but I'm just.
Well, wait,
I
let's
don't think you. I don't think that's gonna
no,
do nothing.
don't, because we've done all these things with Camacho giving me a chop for 200 subscribers. I'm taking Koloff's
Oh,
cannonball now that we've got to 300.
Right.
We're talking about taking the Camacho bomb for 500.
Why don't you take this corkscrew
Whoa,
Raider
whoa,
bomb?
whoa! Pump the
Oh,
brakes. You don't
oh.
see me recruiting Nightmare to do anything to me.
I mean,
not yet.
not yet. I don't
I've been
know.
in the
Maybe
ring.
this corkscrew Vader bomb.
Uh,
I've been in the ring with him twice, and I've had enough. And then the third time I was in the ring, it was against a woman, Bristol Hell, and he was going into the ring with her.
Uh huh.
So don't think that. I mean, I'm in there. My butt was puckered.
yes,
Well, yeah.
indeed.
The most recent time he picked you up like a child. That's pretty. That's like he picked you up by
Ask
the
him. You can
belt,
ask him.
Luke.
He tried to interfere in Bam Bam and Camacho's match in Vicksburg,
Hmm.
and
Mm.
I wasn't nowhere. I didn't go nowhere near him after the 3 count.
Now, Nightmare,
You got on out there.
he is the ref though. He is the authority in the ring. Are you against authority, or
Sometimes refs make mistakes,
and it's your
and they
job
need to
to
be
point that
corrected.
out, right?
They need to be corrected. Yes,
They need to be disciplined. They need to be corrected. Okay,
that's
well,
it.
Once he goes to that curtain, there's a switch that flips, and I don't want no
yeah,
part of it.
I remember seeing them. They are very intimidating coming out. I give you that. What and your partner? Do you have that picture again of him and his partner?
I've already.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've already gotten rid of it.
Well, that's not fair because our producer's not here. There he
There we
is.
go.
There it is.
I mean, those belts are nice. Do you like your
Oh
you like
yeah,
your tag team belt? That is nice. But
yes,
yeah, I mean, like I said, you're definitely intimidating.
Those are a lot better than the belts they had when they won them.
yeah.
I was there.
I enjoy those belts.
Did they get those belts the night I was there? I feel like when did they get those belts?
I can't.
Uh,
I feel like that was something
I feel like it was in Vicksburg. We got the new belts.
I
That was
was
then
in
she was
Vicksburg.
there.
Yeah, I think that was. I think that's whenever I was that we had come down to watch the show. They were getting the new belts that night.
Then
Yes.
you know why that's a nice belt? Those are nice belts
Tell me, Dave.
because big time belts made them. Yes, it's big time belts. Do you need
Big
a
time
belt
belts.
for your promotion? You need a belt for
Yeah.
your fantasy football league? I've got a belt. I walk around the house with it over my shoulder. It makes me feel like a badass. BIW had
Yeah,
their
it
tag
does.
belts made.
Nice.
Battle Zone, the junior heavyweight belt
Battles
there.
on
Their tags, their heavyweight. SWA had their belts
SWA.
made by Big Time Belts. Big Time Belts is making belts all over. The PC Carolina, Mid Carolina heavyweight champion uses Big Time Belts. The Pennsylvania Grand Champion, because it's high quality, low prices. The AWA Tag Team Championships were made by
Yes,
Big Time
indeed.
Belts. What I'm telling you people is go over to Facebook.com, join Big Time Belts group, get with us. Tell us what you. I mean, just a crude drawing of what you want. We can make the art. You'll approve it. The plates go on the leather. Look at that fantasy football belt. If you're watching now, there's a fantasy football belt. I would put some effort in my fantasy football team if I was going to get that for winning. My granddaughter's softball team, whenever they get a home run, they bring that belt out. The girls parade around with it. Some goof had to get this Vegas Golden Knights belt. Bless his heart. GCW works with the Mississippi Seawolves. So, like I said, go to Facebook.com, join Big Time Belts group. They'll make your champion look like $1 million damn dollars, and we thank Big Time Belts for sponsoring our pod.
Yeah, those BIW tag team belts are nice, and I like that. I got to see them being
The women's,
introduced.
he's done the tag belts for us. He did the women's championship, which is
Yes.
incredible.
Yes.
I mean, those BIW tag belts are my favorite. And I
Yeah, me
liked them
too. I
so
like
much
that.
that the belt for my granddaughter's softball team, we basically use the same design. So hopefully Jeremiah will have an opportunity to win some more belts that are made by Big Time Belts before the year's over.
Oh yeah, that's a goal.
I was gonna say, I think he'd like that. No
But the one
problem.
that he's going to challenge Ray Fury for was not made by Big Time Belts, but it is a
Uh,
heck of a nice belt with a heck of a nice history.
since Ray Fury likes to steal everything, I'll steal his belt. So we'll do.
What town is that?
Here,
Brookhaven?
I believe so. Yes, Brookhaven.
Brookhaven.
uh, I just don't know. I don't see. We'll see. I don't think you got it. I don't think you're gonna beat Ray.
Mm,
Oh
Sorry.
man,
mm,
Amy.
I'm just saying.
mm,
Just a
mm.
disclaimer, Jeremiah. The opinions of Amy Vaughn are her own and do not reflect
I hear you. I hear
the
you.
management of Talking Wrestling with Palmwater Dave.
Yes, indeed.
I just said I don't think. I didn't say I know or anything, but
I
I'm
know
pretty
I know
impressed
you
with
I know
Ray.
you have all I know you have a lot of your own merch. Is there a way for people to get it online?
Man, I sell everything myself at shows. If you contact me on Facebook, I talk to me through there. I'll sell it. I don't have a store. I'm not a high tech person at all.
Okay.
The only social media I have is strictly Facebook.
But that's awesome. You do
I,
have tables set up at every show that you go to.
I will
Yes,
take pride in probably saying I may have the best table at every show.
Awesome. Okay. So
that's
no
not a
matter
stretch.
what, they can get it from there. That's pretty cool.
That's not a stretch.
Yeah,
He and there's something at his table for everybody.
Blackwater
Blackwater
Society rules
Society
for life.
rules
Yes,
for
indeed.
life. Number one fan, Woody McCullough.
That's it. It's a good dude right there.
Thank you
Well,
for joining us, Woody.
Jeremiah, thank you for your time. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh,
It's been
West Monroe. West Monroe is Jeremiah and Fury.
West
Y'all are
Monroe.
doing
Yes.
you're
Okay.
doing that in
Okay.
West Monroe.
West
Josh
Monroe.
just messaged me and told me straightened me out.
Yeah, I have a bad memory. All I know is what I have next this coming up weekend.
Oh,
Other than that, yeah, I'm bad
that's
at it.
I can't remember. They all start running together if I don't write them down. This new journal, they got a new journal app on the newest update for the iPhone, and I thought about using it just to put who I worked with and what we did to try to keep up with it a little better.
yeah, you
Yes,
definitely need
indeed.
to do that.
Because pretty much all I can remember anymore is the first one and the last one. But again, thank you for coming on our show tonight.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
Wish you all the best down the road. I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend.
Oh
Have
yeah.
safe travels to up to Arkansas.
Oh yeah. Peace out.
don't don't
And
get
if there's
too upset when Ray beats you.
anything you ever
Just
want to promote, you have an open invitation to come on here anytime and do so.
Good deal. I remember that.
All right. Thank you so much.
bye
All right.
bye.
The Nightmare Jeremiah, everybody.
That's fun to learn new stuff. I like that. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's not beating Ray, but that's okay. I mean, uh,
Mm,
he ain't beating Ray. I just don't think so. Uh, how can you steal frog splash? Come on now, that's a little much, don't you think?
I'm I'm not saying anything.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I don't blame you. I mean, I don't think people really think about like that.
And Ashley Jackson says yes, he can.
Who's Ashley Jackson? Oh,
Hey,
okay, never mind. I know
hey,
who
let me tell you
Ashley
something.
Jackson
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Didn't nobody think that him and Alex Arsenal was going to beat Cassidy Riley and Bam Bam Malone for those tag team belts?
Well, okay, okay.
I mean, that's why they do this. And I
Well, yeah,
mean,
I mean, definitely he believes in himself, and I'm sure
I
he, you know,
I mean,
may have a chance.
it's not going to be. This is probably going to be one of Fury's hardest defenses that he's had.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt it'll
I'm not
be
bagging on Fury. I love me some Ray Fury,
right.
but man, I have nothing but respect for the Nightmare Jeremiah, and I know what he can do, and and he's dangerous and he's deadly. And
Yeah.
if you don't believe me, go look at his Facebook page. Go look at Josh Newell's Facebook page. Go look at Bam Bam Malone's Facebook page.
Well, what about just go look at the he killed somebody in Mississippi. That's enough for me. I don't need to look at a Facebook page.
When I asked him that question, I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember if he was in on that match, and I thought he was
Uh-huh.
because when I go back to the most disturbing matches I've ever refereed, that one comes to mind.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he
Like
was the head honcho in
like
it.
I'm trying to go back and remember if I watched the match or if I ref the match
Right.
because I remember the match. But when I go back and remember it, like, why wouldn't I have stopped the match?
Because you didn't want to get murdered. You're like, one murder's enough. Maybe. I don't know.
Mm,
It's pretty interesting. Y'all got some interesting characters down there. Josh has got some interesting characters down there in BIW
well,
in the South,
we do.
right?
Uh, that happened at Pro Wrestling Ego. But I mean, I've worked with him at Pro Wrestling Ego. I've worked with him at Battle Zone. I've worked with him at AWA. I've worked with him at
So he
BIW.
has he ever wrestled? Has he ever wrestled at Vladimir at AWA? Right, that's where Vladimir is. Right.
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
I
They've
don't know that he's
wrestled.
wrestled. He may have wrestled Vladimir.
I just wondered. I'm just curious. Three stages of fear, and then he was in
It
a
was a three
coffin
stages
match.
of fear match against Max Glory.
Did he win the coffin match? I meant to ask him that. Do you know? I meant to ask him. Did he?
He's
Because
still
he
the
said,
AWA champion. He's still the champion, so I'm sure he did.
okay, so it was for the title.
Probably.
Okay. I just remember.
We'd have to go do our research on it.
I know that I not gonna have
Willie Buck.
nightmares though.
Willie Buck. Willie Buck is fired up now because he done. He
Exactly.
done screwed up talking about Ray Fury. My
You
favorite
can't.
wrestler will be Ray Fury,
Yes.
and he doesn't stole anything from anybody.
I mean, you can't steal a frog splash. Like, I just don't think you can steal that. That's a universal move if you can do it. But that's impressive to think about because you're right. He is a big man. He's 6'2", 280. Could you imagine that coming down on you? I think I'd be counted 3-2.
I can imagine it. He was over 350 when I was in the ring with him.
He never frog splashed you though, right?
No, 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 no. Thank
Is that
God.
is that what we wanted at 400
Well, here's
subscribers?
the deal.
Tell
Here's the
me.
deal. It was a Royal Rumble type battle royal,
Yes.
and I got full of myself when I got in the ring because
You
the
thought
initial plan was is I was going to slide in and I was going to kind of like get down in the corner and kind of hug up to the rope
yes.
and try to be around till the end and try to steal one.
And
But you can't.
what were you going to win? Like if you had won that Royal Rumble, would you have won a title shot of some type or what was the prize? Do you remember?
I think it was just being the winner.
Okay. That's still a good feather
It's
to
good
have in your
enough. I
cap.
mean, losing
Yeah,
losing
yeah.
losing sucks.
Yeah. But that didn't because he saw you before you could go cower in the corner or
Well,
what happened?
I had a Superman S on my chest. You can't be cowering when you're putting an S on your chest.
Well,
I
why is
mean,
Stephanie not here with a picture of this? Do you have a picture?
I've been trying to show it, but her files won't load.
Oh, man, that hurts. Okay. Hey, I'm
But what I'm
envisioning
telling you
this.
is
I'm
that
sure the picture's better.
at that particular time, the S stood for stupid.
Setup. I think it stands for setup. Oh my
And
god.
then and then when he pitched me over the top rope, it stood for sailing.
Oh man.
And then when I
Like,
hit the floor, it stood for selling.
jeez, did you have to sell or were you really hurt?
It was
Did you grab hold of the rope or anything or did you just go did he like did he realize that you're not another 280-pound person? He didn't have to heave you so hard or did he just heave you into
That's cute. That's cute that you think that he thinks about it.
well, that's probably true. Well, I mean, yeah, he's gonna handle you with kids' gloves.
I mean, I
Like, did
came
he
out better than Max Glory.
barely, right? Did you hit any chairs? Did you
And then
hit
when I got
any
in the ring the second time, I saw him and looked at him. He goes, "I bet you won't try it." So he spit on me too.
that is
After he threw me over the top
disgusting.
rope, he spit
Oh,
on me.
I do not like that is the most disgusting thing I see wrestlers do, spitting on each other. Like that is just how do you feel about that? Seriously, like that's gross.
Well,
That's
I mean,
hawking a big ugh, that's
hey, it wasn't
gross.
the worst thing that happened to me that match.
Yes, Mark, I think you should be
Mark
scared.
Dodd, a former guest. They're having their Hall of Fame show Saturday night, and he'll get to hand Abdullah the Butcher his Hall of Fame plaque, and he's kind of scared. I would be too. Abdullah's very, very intimidating.
Heck yeah. I mean, good
We're
luck
gonna
with
have his
that.
and next week we're gonna have the referee that's going into
Oh,
the Hall
yes,
of
that's
Fame.
going into the Hall of Fame. That's gonna be so fun to hear him. What's his name? He has a nickname. I know. I don't wanna call him by his nickname. I wanna look it up, what his real name is. That's weird to say. I bet, Mark, if you know, you can tell us.
Yeah, I realized that I spoke, and I was like,
No, he has a nickname, and like I said, I wanna that's what I was thinking about. I was like, "Oh, he's got a" don't wanna call him by his nickname. They're gonna have quite the lineup down there. Bagwell's gonna be down there. They've got, like you said, Abdullah the Butcher, which, yeah, Mark, you gotta give him his are you just gonna, like, throw it
"It's
at him?
Spanky,
That's his
Chris
nickname, though.
Vick."
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
I knew it
And
was.
speaking of Hall of Fames, I didn't want to just keep on
Oh yes, while he's sitting there
while
waiting on us.
we had Nightmare sitting there waiting to get started.
Yes, that was
But
me.
this came in the mail today.
Awesome. So you are a lifetime member, is that correct? So
Me,
what
me and the missus both are lifetime members
did
to
you
the Hall of Fame.
do you have to
And
do that like each person is a lifetime member or is it
yes,
like your family?
no,
Okay.
it's each person, and
What do you
it's completely tax deductible. But they have a special reception for the lifetime members during the Hall of Fame weekend.
interesting. So so what are the benefits of being a Hall of Fame or lifetime member,
You
Dave?
get you get discounted tickets.
For what?
You get
The Hall of
for the
Fame,
Hall of
the
Fame
weekend,
for the whole
or what?
weekend deal.
Okay. So you don't get in free?
No,
Okay. The Hall of Fame that we're talking about, Mark, is
well, I can get in the
the
Hall of Fame. Like when you're a member, then you go to visit the museum.
right.
I'm pretty sure that gets you in, but
George Trogos.
It's the Tragos Thez
There we
Hall of
go.
Fame at the Dan Grable Museum, the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, the Dan
In
Grable Museum in Waterloo, Iowa,
Waterloo, Iowa. They have a big weekend, the third weekend in July.
July 18th through the 20th. And but there'll be I'll tell you who I'm really excited about meeting is Wild Bill Irwin.
Is he
And
going to be one of
I
the
have his WWE action figure of when he was the Goon.
really?
And I've got it on a wall in the room over there, and I've got it in a protective case.
Is he going to?
And
Oh,
I'm gonna take it and get it autographed, but I'll probably take my Texas Heavyweight Championship and get it one. I'll take my Texas Heavyweight Championship probably too, because when I became a wrestling fan, him and David Von Erich were feuding over that Texas Heavyweight title.
really?
Yeah, he was the Texas Heavyweight Champion when I became a wrestling fan when I started going to matches.
And so the
Um,
WWF had him be the Goon.
the Goon,
Isn't that
hockey
crazy? Like
player.
you don't. I mean, you don't think again when you're a kid and you see these people coming in. You know, the Goon, uh, the Repo Man, like all these other, all these little characters. You don't think about their life out before. Like you said, who would have ever thought he would have been fighting over a title against David Von Erich at all?
Well, I mean,
You
he was
know,
Wild Bill Irwin, which was a
that's
hell of a gimmick anyway.
yes, yes, but nobody knew that coming in as the
He
Goon.
had the and he was and his brother Scott Hogg Irwin. They were the Long Riders, but
Hmm.
they were also the Super Destroyers under masks with Skandar Akbar, the American Tag Team Champions.
Right.
And
But you would not have gotten that from him being the Goon. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I cannot wait to meet him. I am so super excited about it, and I wish I could go to the gathering in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Kevin Von Erich's going to be there, which is fine. I'm going to go to Fort Worth and see Kevin Von Erich's one man show with David Manning and Del Hansen at Will Rogers in Fort Worth, March 29th.
Oh,
But
is that what y'all doing for your
I've never
birthdays?
met the Iceman King Parsons, and the
Really?
Iceman King Parsons is going to be at the gathering, and I can't go.
I'm really surprised you have not met him.
I've never met the Iceman King Parsons, and the Iceman King Parsons actually worked at PCW for a little while, where I got my start, and I never was able to meet him.
Oh,
I really want to meet Iceman King Parsons.
but he's going to be at the gathering. Is that what you said?
Yes, he was announced for the gathering.
Well, maybe that'll happen some other time.
Well,
You never know. That's our goal for 2024 is for Dave to meet Iceman.
there's not a whole lot left.
No, no kidding.
I've been very blessed to have got to meet a lot of my childhood heroes in the wrestling business.
Def-
I've really been blessed that way.
Definitely. The Mass Superstar. Isn't that
So
I did not know that. That's going to be really cool. I'm glad you're getting to meet him.
yeah, and Scott Irwin passed away, but in the AWA, him and Wild Bill were the Long Riders.
The more you know, right?
Yeah.
I did not know that. But I think it's going to be great. So, one of these days I'd love to get to the gathering also.
When we used to go to it,
We'll
we used
see.
to go to it when it was the Greg Price event.
Yeah.
It was the NWA. It was the Legends. It used to be NWA Legends.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, that's where I mean, my group chat with Conrad. That's where my closest friends that I talked to on a daily basis was because of that convention. That was
Did
where
you all
we
meet up there? Is that where
that's
you
where
all
we'd
would
all
meet?
meet up and just
That's cool.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story about it because it's wrestling friends, and it doesn't matter if it's the gathering, it doesn't matter if it's the Hall of Fame and in Waterloo, Iowa. It doesn't matter if it's whatever WrestleCade, WrestleCon,
Talk
all
about
these
weekend.
conventions. Take an opportunity to get your friends from all over the country and y'all meet up in your wrestle friends
Hmm.
because we we were sitting in there in the restaurant part. They had the
Hmm.
restaurant. I think we were in there because the bar was being renovated, but there was a makeshift bar. But we're sitting at a table, and it's Conrad, Jay Z, Dan, Belt Fan Dan, Leather by Dan, Belts by
McCann.
Dan,
Uh huh.
Russ Miller, um, Jeff Jewett, Mark Nilsson, Dave Hancock. We're all sitting around, and we got our belts.
Uh
Like I
huh.
got my big gold on the table, and Jay
Uh
Z's got
huh.
his big gold on the table, and somebody else has their big gold on the table. But the funny thing is that Conrad has his big gold on the table,
It's the big
and
gold.
it's the big gold, the actual big gold
Yes.
sitting on the table, and nobody knows it's the actual big gold. Nobody knows.
Nobody in your group, or just
No,
nobody?
oh, we all knew.
Okay.
We
Okay.
were
Okay.
well aware.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm just
Okay. That's
saying,
what I
people
thought.
walking by and they're speaking to you, will come up and shake on our hand because I mean, like Brandon Lyles and Reggie Hart, and just people that we see when you go to these things. It's a brotherhood that I mean, everybody knows everybody, and but
Sure.
we're saying we're sitting there and we're talking and we're cutting up and we're telling stories and we're having a great time. If people are walking by, and it's no big deal that the big gold is sitting on the table because nobody suspects it.
Mhm.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like why Superman don't wear, I mean, wears glasses because it just takes his glasses off because nobody figures that Superman has a secret identity.
Right.
They're not thinking like that. That's why it works.
Right. That he's amongst us.
Exactly. So, but here's the funny story that happens though is Sabu. Sabu walks by,
Mhm.
and Sabu walks by and he looks at the table and he goes, "Fake shit," and walks through. Now, there was a guy that was sitting there that knew him. We called him Poppy.
Mhm.
And Poppy jumps up and goes and gets in Sabu's ass for being a prick because he knew Sabu. And, you know, but what was funny is that even Sabu looks at it and goes, "Fake shit."
Yeah.
And it's the real big gold.
It's the real
As
big
a
gold.
matter of fact, it was real big gold. And I believe the 10 pounds of silver was on the table too. The original 10 pounds of silver and the ring used Missouri heavyweight championship was on the table.
All owned by Conrad or
No,
by
no, no,
different people?
no. Now, Conrad owns 10 pounds of silver now, but he didn't at the time.
I gotcha.
But the guy that had him at the time, and the original the Mid South North American belt may have been there too. Allison Fanos,
They are the OGs. Mhm.
but we had a great time. I think Jr. kind of looked down on us. There's a picture, and I can get it and post it where we took over the lobby,
Uh-huh.
and there's like two benches, and we all just came and we set our belts down. Like I had my Super Dave custom belt on there. Jay Z had his Mad Head game belt. Just everybody had belts from one end to the other, and Jr. comes by and looks at it, and he's like, "Damn, the marks have nicer the marks not have nicer belts than the boys."
Mhm.
But it was just kind of funny because
Yeah.
y'all. And this was long before Jr. did podcast with Conrad, but it was good times. It's funny what you remember.
Well, just like you were saying, when we have our Top Guy weekend, it is the same thing as what you're talking about is whenever your collaborative group of wrestling friends all get together about wrestling. And we do talk, obviously, we talk about families and different things that are going on. And, it is about wrestling. That's what brought us to the table. But we're all, there are definitely good, great friends that come out of it and, go visit different things, people doing different things together and stuff like that. Tommy Hillard. Interesting.
Well, we'll put him on the list, Willie Buck.
But yeah, so I mean, like I said, well,
Let's
you
play
know how,
trivia.
yes, let's get some trivia going.
What's our trivia about tonight, Amy?
Well, you know what? Eh, it's January, and we all know it's Royal Rumble season. And if you know me well enough, you know that's my favorite pay-per-view, premium live event, whatever you want to call it. And so I wanted to do the Royal Rumble. And then I was thinking, how do you pick? Obviously there's multiple ones to pick from. So I decided, you know what? We're going to do trivia on the greatest Royal Rumble in my eyes, and that's 1992.
Yes, ma'am.
So, so just got a few questions for you. Just a few questions.
Well, let's get this thing started, and when we finish up, I've got a bone to pick.
Yay! Alrighty. What was the name of the arena that the Royal Rumble of 1992 was held in? Is it Madison Square Garden, the Knickerbocker Arena, Barclays Center, or was it the Nassau Coliseum?
I'm totally guessing. I know who won it, but I'm going to say it was the Nassau Coliseum. 'Cause I don't think
Anybody?
Barclays was around in '92.
Anybody? We got some. Well, someone else agrees with you.
Andrew Hermes said, "Give him the D."
Constantly says that.
T
Alrighty.
Weave wants the B.
He wants the B. And Terry's going to get the B because it was the Knickerbocker Arena.
Where's that at?
Now, well, that's what I was going to tell you. Its current name, it's in Albany, Indiana, Lord. Uh, its current name is the MVP Arena. Well, it's gone
Still
through
wouldn't have got it.
several names. I know. It's gone through several name changes. It was, like I said, the Knickerbocker Arena. Then it became the Pepsi Arena. Then it was the Times Union Center. And now it's the MVP Arena. I think it's in Albany. It's not, or I think, yeah, is that right? It's not in like I said, it's not in New York City, like in Madison Square Garden, Barclays. Nassau Coliseum is in Long Island, right?
Right.
I think. Do you know? Oh, I was going to ask you. Well, do you know what a Knickerbocker is? Anybody?
Man,
Anybody?
I know I've heard this story before, but I can't remember it.
Allison Faye, she says she knows what it is. What is it, Allison? She'll tell us. Poor thing.
They need a
Put her on
way
the
for me to
spot.
be able. They need a way for me to be able to just click on somebody in the chat and bring them in to let them answer the question.
Oh, would that be cool? It is Dutch. It is a Dutch. It's Dutch
A Dutch
origin.
oven.
No,
A Dutch oven.
no, it's Dutch origin. It's
Oh,
a style of pants. This is what the immigrants that came over from Netherlands, I guess, when they landed in New York City, these were the type of pants that they wore. They were called knickerbockers. And so that is where the name came from. So,
so you're telling me the New York Knicks are named after a pair of pants?
yes, I am telling you that.
Do you know what a Dutch oven is?
Uh, You know what? It's something that it's a cooking it's a cooking pot. It
Well,
is.
kind of. It's when you hold your wife's head under the covers and fart.
That's no, but there is a Dutch oven called, that you use to
I know, and I'm
cook
familiar, but
things. Of course, you would
But
know
the
about
other
the
one is a
other
lot
one.
more funny, except for the person that you're holding their head under the cover.
That's disgusting. Anyway, in the Royal Rumble 1992, the winner would win the vacated WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Can you tell me in the year that the only other Royal Rumble where the winner also won the heavyweight championship title? So we had it in 1992, and then there was one other year where the winner of the Royal Rumble actually won the title. Was it 2014, 2015, 2016, or 2017?
I've been influenced by the well, everybody's all over the place. I want to say 2017 because it doesn't seem like I think that's recent. I feel like it was recent because isn't that when did they do that when Roman got cancer and went home?
Well, it was, you've kind of got some of the story. It was 2016. So Andrew was correct on that
Okay.
one, and Terry, I think. But what happened exactly? So what happened is that Roman had to defend his championship at the Royal Rumble. He was the number 1 entrant, and he was defeated by the number 30 entrant, which was Triple H.
Oh, he did the actual Rumble was a title match that year.
Yes, but
Okay.
it was the title match. So whoever won the Royal Rumble would have the title, and Roman Reigns came in as the champion at number 1.
Okay.
And then Triple H came in at 30 and won the belt.
And
So,
defended at WrestleMania.
and then he got beat. Yes, so then he
I was
lost.
there. I
That's
should have
right. Was
known
that in
that.
Dallas?
Yes.
Awesome. Was that your 50th? No.
Yes.
That was your 50th?
Hmm.
Alrighty, next question. How many matches, including the Royal Rumble, were on this pay per view? Was it five, six, seven, or eight? Oh, Mike Bubber was there too. Cool. Y'all, I need to travel more.
It's not a
No.
contest, Bober. Were you ringside?
Oh, I like that. All right, we got some answers in the chat. Dave, what do you think? Well, Dave left. Dave, do you want to answer this question or no?
Do you have one of these, baby?
Oh, Lord. Okay, mister, this is not a competition.
I just like screwing with Bober.
Uh, is it five, six, seven, or eight? How many matches?
5.
You are correct. There were five.
Yeah,
Do you
they've
know?
because the match went so long and
There were three tag team matches, the Intercontinental Championship, and then the Royal Rumble. I thought that was interesting. That's a lot. I mean, but a lot of the tag team people were in the other matches, was either in the Royal Rumble or somewhere else. So, all right, next question: who beat the Mountie to become the Intercontinental Champion? Was it Kerry Von Erich, Tito Santana, Bret Hart, or Roddy Piper?
I want to say it was Piper.
You are correct. It is Roddy Piper. Good job. Good job. We can
Yeah,
do next question.
The Texas Tornado defeated Kurt Hennig to become the Intercontinental Champion.
Right. And I'm pretty sure Bret Hart was in a tag team match, but I think he was also in the Royal Rumble. Like I said, they kind of just had everybody, some of people did double duty those matches.
I was hoping it was Santana because I wanted to say Chico Santana like Jesse Ventura used to.
Oh my gosh. We've come a long way. Who had the most eliminations during the Royal Rumble? Was it Sid Vicious, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, or British Bulldog? One of these gentlemen had the most eliminations.
I'm going to say it was Dave Silva because he had some bad queso.
Ooh, I mean that could do it, but he's not.
Lots of
He's not.
eliminations.
He's not.
He's known for eliminations.
Oh, gross. But he's not on the list. You got to pick
Okay.
from the list. Sid, Rick, Hulk, or British Bulldog? Who do you think?
I'm going to go with the Hulkster brother.
He was number two. No, no, he was number three. He had four eliminations. But Sid Vicious actually had the most eliminations with six.
There you go.
And I have a bonus question. Sid Vicious, between Sid Vicious, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, and British Bulldog, how many eliminations did they all have together? So if we know Sid Vicious had six, like
And
what do you
Hogan
think?
had 4. That's 10.
And Hogan had four. So
I
now you
bet
got
you Rick didn't eliminate. Rick probably got the credit for the last elimination. So there's 11 British Bulldog. I'm going to say 13.
any other guesses in our chat? We got 15. Counting on their. Okay. It was actually 18.
Oh,
So these are the four highest ranking people who eliminated. So Sid Vicious had six, Ric Flair had five, Hulk Hogan had four, and the British Bulldog had three. So that is 18.
cool.
And that is your
We got
trivia.
another one. There's another question.
There is. What is it?
Oh,
That
that
was
was it.
Oh, okay. It was I wrote it as a bonus, so I didn't realize
Oh,
that she had written it as a question.
well,
I'm
let's go
sorry.
back to this one as a bonus.
Okay.
Out of the 4 wrestlers, Sid Vicious, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, and the British Bulldog, which one was stabbed by Arn Anderson?
Which one stabbed Arn Anderson? That would be
Thought Arn
Sid
Anderson
Vicious.
stabbed him.
No, Sid Vicious stabbed him.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
like
I'd gotten that story.
they got in a fight.
I knew, but I thought that Arn stabbed him with a pair of scissors.
No, he got stabbed.
Oh,
I mean, they probably both stabbed each other, but
I thought.
Arn got stabbed.
Why did I think that Sid Vicious didn't get out of that scot free?
He had stabs too. I'm sure. Like I said,
Oh,
they were drunk, and he did go down there with a pair of scissors.
okay.
But
I got a little personal turmoil.
mm, is this a Blackwater predicament?
We have a minor league baseball team.
Okay.
It's in Pearl, Mississippi, right outside of Jackson. They're the Mississippi Braves. They're an affiliate team for the Atlanta Braves.
Hmm.
And they announced that this season is their last season. They're moving to Georgia.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So I won't be going to any baseball games
Oh.
this year. I mean, it's like, hey, we're leaving, but this is our 20th anniversary and we look forward to the season. No, screw y'all. I'm not spending any money on you. It's like if your girlfriend breaks up with you, you're not going to take her to a 5-star restaurant on her way out the door.
What? Where are they going? In
Columbus,
Georgia.
Columbus, Georgia, I think is what I read.
Why are they leaving?
They want to move the team.
Mm.
And I found out that the owners of the team is Endeavor, the same company that owns the World Wrestling Entertainment.
Are they
And you,
really?
mm-hmm.
They're going to be like the Illuminati, right? They're just going to be everywhere.
They
Like
own everything. I didn't.
buying
Who
everything.
thought they owned a minor league baseball team? But anyway, I just want to.
Right.
I just want to say to the Mississippi Braves, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Hopefully, the next. And there's several. Trustmark Park said they're going to try to get another team in there, and hopefully, it'll be a team that's got like a cool mascot, like the Trash Pandas.
Yeah, they need the Savannah Bananas. That would be awesome. Have you ever seen the Savannah Bananas?
I've watched videos on them.
I
They're coming
want to
to Baton
go.
Rouge. They're coming to Baton Rouge, and they sold out immediately. And there's a whole thing about the tickets.
Yes, Allison Faye and I have talked about it. We are going to go and we're going to go see the Savannah Bananas. I just think
So
they're super entertaining.
But I
Because
just
not only do they sing and dance, they play ball. I
they're
mean,
like the
you know,
Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
exactly, and you've got to be able to play. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't be a Harlem Globetrotter. I don't know how to play, but I mean, you've got to
I'd
be able
love
to
to see
hit.
the Savannah Bananas, and when you
Yes,
catch a foul
yes,
ball, it's an out. The
love
fan
it.
catches a foul ball, it's an out.
Definitely a bucket list. I mean, like, yes, yes, that would be fun.
And so anyway, I wanted to take advantage of our platform
I agree.
to
You
tell
should
them to go
complain
piss up a
about
rope.
that. Now, who did you say our guest was next week? The Spanky,
Spanky, Chris
and
Vick,
and he will be coming off of his
Hall
Hall
of
of
Fame
Fame
induction.
induction. That'll be really cool. I can't wait to hear all about it, and see what got him in
Probably
the
going to
Hall
have
of
two.
Fame.
We're probably going to have two guests next week.
Okay, okay.
Not, I mean, we'll probably have one and then another, not on top of each other. Like,
I didn't think that, but okay. Like on top of each other.
yeah,
I got you. I got you. You ready to go home?
I am. I had one other thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
I mean, I am forgetful.
It's because
We got this little winter dog that,
is he
and we're not
there?
getting a lot. We're not getting a lot of sleep.
Is he there?
He's in the other room on the other side of the house.
Oh,
I put
okay.
him in a pen in the bathroom where I could close the bathroom door, close the bedroom door, come
Right.
all the way to the other side of the house so we couldn't hear him yelping.
Yes, I was going to say because Stephanie's not there, so that does make
Yeah,
it more
she
difficult.
just got home.
Okay. She coached tonight.
Yes, they have tournaments
Awesome.
this weekend,
Oh, well, good for them. Good luck to them.
and
Well,
but I want to remind everybody to get your Talking Wrestling with Palm Water Dave gear at
definitely.
jumpinthepond.com. We'll take you to our store. Encourage all your friends to go to pwdpod.com, which is our YouTube channel. Like
Definitely.
and subscribe. That helps us out greatly. We're currently at 302 subscribers, so I will be taking a cannonball from Vladimir Koloff. That will probably happen at the beginning of February. I'm supposed to be working their show, I believe February 10th. I'll be in Ocean Springs. Uh, this weekend I'll be in Fountain Hill, Arkansas. Uh,
And
for
I think we need a Vader bomb from the nightmare known as Jeremiah onto Pondwater at
No, I've
Water
been in
Day.
the ring with him. I've been in the ring with him, and no,
Okay,
I'm not
fine.
doing that.
Not even for the people, not even for the
No,
subscribers. Okay, fine.
no.
Okay, okay, okay. Just think, think about it. How about you just think about it?
Well, we would have had to ask him about it, and I thought about it. I thought I'm scared. I'm scared of Jeremiah.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, that's true. You
I'm not excited about this cannonball. It's a horrible idea because Vladimir Koloff is entirely too excited about doing that to me.
That is true. He is pretty excited. Like I've seen, he's definitely
I
made it
think I
known.
got bamboozled and hornswoggled. Not hornswoggled.
Yeah,
I got bamboozled into this deal.
I hope you didn't get hornswoggled. You we probably do need to think of other things because I mean you're kind of the biggest cog in this talking wrestling with Pondwater Dave wheel. It would really
What I
be
can't
bad for you
figure
to get
out is
flatted.
how I'm doing physical things to get hurt.
I don't know.
I'm an elderly, y'all. I'm an elderly.
People like to see you get hurt.
And then they're like, and then like for 500, Justin said he'd eat some mayonnaise.
He's not convinced that he's going to do that, but I think the way he acts, he would probably rather take the Vader bomb from.
For 500 subscribers, Amy's going to start an OnlyFans.
No, not at all.
Okay, I made that up, y'all.
Dave is no.
It is. It's going to be. It's going to be an OnlyFans. I'm going to start an OnlyFans. And it's going to be called Look at Palm Water's wiener. It's just going to be pictures of me and my wiener dog.
That little Bucky. He's got a Dave. Well, speaking for Bucky, speaking for the Master of Ceremonies, Pondwater Dave, I am Amy, the First Lady of the Arn Anderson Fan Club. Again, to reiterate what Pondwater says, if you like what you have seen tonight, please go subscribe to our our we'll said Patreon to our to
We
our
don't have a
podcast.
Patreon, Amy.
No, I know. Well, we start. Yes, I know. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Um, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Please let us know how you think of the show. Give us that 5-star review, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. That's how we grow. Granted, David's taking he's going to be taking the hit for us,
Hey,
but
and if
we
you're new, to our show, check out the archives.
yes,
Go to
definitely,
pwd.com. Go look at YouTube. I mean, go look at our body of work over the last year. I mean,
exactly.
we've got some really incredible talent that's been on our show.
We
And I'm gonna
have
tell you
we.
what, Amy, everybody has loved David Manning.
I do too. I mean, he's the only person that has gotten off and jumped back on with us to talk more. He was a great interview. I mean, the way that he would just talk
But
generally
go
about stuff, about his tiger, and I had to be like, no, wait, come back, tell me about this tiger that you owned. I have a feeling he has just a plethora of
but go
stories. I
go
think that could
back
be really cool.
go back and listen to Mark Dodd's episode. Go back and listen to Tim Storn's episode. Go back
Yes,
and listen to Cassidy Riley's episode.
we
I
had
mean, I could
prime
sit there,
time
Ray Fury. Uh, Go
tri-state
back and listen to
wrestling.
Vladimir Koloff. Vladimir Koloff was so much fun.
Yes, yes.
I started to say
We do,
to be
like you
such a
said.
dick. He was so much fun.
But
But
you are
that's probably
correct.
not. But that's probably not a smart thing to say. Being since this man's going to give me a cannonball, he may have to. He may have to. I don't know. I may back out of that. I got the subscribers now.
I
We'll
think
see.
I'd say maybe we just don't make any more promises like
Oh,
that.
Casio.
Yes,
Everybody's got a favorite. So let them say it, people. Go to pwdpod.com. Not only watch your favorite episode, share your favorite episode on your socials. Share it with your friends. Tell a friend.
definitely. Tell a friend
Help a brother out.
or sister. I
And
think that's
and
it.
and
I think we've begged
and we
enough.
want to wish Coach Nick Saban, the greatest coach of all time, a happy retirement. I hate to see him go. I really figured we was going to have him another year. I did not. That wasn't the news I was looking for.
Mhm. I,
I believe the schools are going to be closed in Alabama tomorrow.
I
And
don't
remember,
doubt it. That's what I want to see right there. Little
but
Bucky. He wants his mama.
he's mad at me because I put him in the other room.
I don't blame him.
But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it. I just wanted to, tell Coach Saban that we love him. I mean, I love him. Y'all probably don't like him, but y'all are haters.
And on that note, as we, we diss some of our fans. No. Again, like I said, for Pondwater Day, for Amy Vaughn, Justin Davis, who wasn't able to be here with us today, Stephanie,
Time
who
out,
just got
time out,
back.
time out.
Oh,
If I knew how to get a hold of him, I'd sure try to get him on.
so this old man, if you have ways of knowing, let us know.
This old man, he's got a great idea.
That's right. That would be really fun to
This
see
old
that.
man likes that old man's idea.
Yes, this old man, please let us know if you have any ideas of how to get a hold of oh, he said bye. Okay, never mind. Uh again, like I said,
He's wrapping
Palm
us up. Let's
Water.
go home.
Yes, for Palm Water, for Amy Vaughn, Justin Davis, who's not with us, Stephanie, who just joined us, Bucky, who is the cutest freaking dog ever. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you next week. This time, when are we on next week? What day?
18th?
We'll let you know.
Thursday. Thursday.
Thursday, next
I believe it's
Thursday,
Thursday the 18th. We'll let y'all know.
definitely we will be on, and we'll see you then. Okay, take us home.